Good morning. We're in Las Vegas and I'm going to tell you about my experience of the punk rock museum there. Okay, so we go there, we find it. Think this will be interesting to see this, as we were both around during the time of the punk movement. I walk in the door with a small Nikon SLR camera. I'm told I can't take pictures. However, I can take pictures with my iPhone 14 Pro Max, which takes good pictures. The guy at the door says, we want to control what media is published online. I said, well, how are you going to do that then with people? Do you ban people taking photos with phones? No. So what is the difference between my camera and a phone, high-end phone? Oh, well, it could be used professionally. I explained to this gentleman that to use photos professionally from any premises, you need property release forms. You cannot use them commercially. He wouldn't listen. So he went on, oh, we want to control the product. I said, well, how are you going to do that with mobile phone pictures going online and what people say in their opinions? Anyway, cut a long story short, there's no difference really between a camera and a phone these days. They're exactly the same. And to take pictures to be of commercial quality, you need to have a tripod. I could understand them banning tripods because photos are far superior with a tripod. I understand that. However, I didn't want to take one in and I did not. I can understand places banning flashes simply because the flash can damage exhibits that are old. Anyway, looking at this museum, from what we saw, it's just old grainy pictures, sized right up, that are really poor, that aren't fit for commercial quality anyway if you wish to use them. And when you've got exhibits in glass cases, you get so much reflection, they're no good for commercial quality anyway. The man just spoke a load of tripe to me that really a second grader wouldn't have passed it for. And the biggest joke was, when we were there, I'm thinking punk is all about freedom, the First Amendment, freedom of expression, breaking the barriers down. And this fine pilgrim, who appeared to be in charge, who maybe owned the place, wasn't any of that. Anyway, we didn't go in the end. You know, I'm not having my intelligence insulted or anybody else's for that matter. But I will never be going there again, and if they carry on like that, they won't last more than 2 years once the initial euphoria has worn off of a punk museum being in Vegas. We had a similar experience of a car museum. They were closed after 2 years, but not in Vegas. Anyway, thank you for watching, and you got to do what's right for you. But looking at the pictures I've seen of this museum online, I don't think it's worth it anyway. Thank you for watching, and I hope my experience of this museum and the people in there has been of help. Thank you. Little PS for you here. One thing I forgot to mention was that tourists from abroad don't always want to use their phones to take pictures because they're concerned about battery life and the availability of charging should they need their phones in an emergency. And the second thing is, what company in their right mind turns down free advertising? In my opinion, madness. I have not been anywhere in America where I've not been allowed to take pictures. They've said no tripod, that's fine, I get that, because you need a tripod for commercial pictures, I understand that. No flash, I get that, because it wrecks exhibits. Because anybody with any sense knows in the world we live in that free advertising is priceless. But at the punk museum, that was one hell of a punk I spoke to. Thank you very much. Thank you.